Good evening, everybody. I know we got a big game going on right now in the NFL with the Broncos and Seahawks going at it, and we're definitely going to get to that in just a bit. I see the Seahawks are up 7-3 on the Denver Broncos right now, so I'm actually tuning in as we speak. Looking at that, so we're definitely going to talk a little bit about that game. We're going to recap some of the games from over the weekend, some of my top five games, and my top five ballers from this game as well. So definitely make sure y'all share this show out. This is for all football fans. Yes, I am a Titans fan, um, but I like to talk about. I'm liking to talk about all teams, and we're definitely going to get into that very much so tonight. So definitely get ready to tune in. Um, get ready to tune in and share this show out to everybody. Um, and we're gonna get ready to get started in just a few moments. And I thank y'all for taking some time to join me this evening. We're definitely going to have a lot of fun and we're definitely going to get into some things very much so. So again, make sure y'all share the show out. We're going to get ready to get started in just a few moments. And make sure y'all share this show out to everybody, whether it's on Facebook, on any of the pages, the Division Trash Talk pages, or on some of your fan pages. Definitely make sure y'all share that out to everybody and tune in and we'll get ready to get started in less than 60 seconds. Good evening, Titan Nation. How is everybody? Good evening, Titan Nation. How is everybody? What's going on, football fans? Welcome in to the Truth League Report. Thank y'all for sticking in. I'm your host, Blue Enforcer, aka The Truth. And we're going to have a very fun episode tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the games that happened this past weekend. And we're definitely going to have some fun with that. But again, definitely make sure y'all share this show out. Definitely on any of the platforms that we have here, the TNT Enforcers page. You can join that channel. Even if you're not a Titans fan, you're fine. You're supporting the show. Also, you can follow me on Titan at Titans_N_Truth on Instagram and at TNT Blue Enforcer on Twitter as well. So definitely, you definitely do that. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Definitely smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get all of the notifications for every show that happens. Yes, I do shows on the Tennessee Titans, but I am also going to be doing stuff about all the teams around the NFL as well, like we are tonight. So we're definitely going to go all in, and we're going to definitely go ahead and get started. And as y'all can see, we got some of the scores going under the ticker at the bottom, but we're definitely going to talk about some of these games in particular. And if I don't mention your team's game, just definitely give me a comment. Let me know what y'all thought of your game, and maybe that's something that we can still discuss while we're live on the show. But there were what I like to do in going over this. I chose my top 5 games that I thought were the most impressive to me, and that I thought was very impressive in my own opinion. These are my top 5 games. These may not be the best 5, but they were just the 5 I thought were the best. And so that's what we're going to definitely talk about uh, here tonight. So So let's just get into that. And the first game that we're going to get into, the first game we're going to talk about that's in my top 5 is, give me a moment, right here. There we go. Bears and 49ers. Um, nobody thought, nobody thought that the Bears were going to be of anything. Man, hour, what's up? Kansas City #1. Probably not in my book, but still, I do have a little bit to talk about with that particular game. So I do have a little Kansas City nugget that I will mention. But this San Francisco 49er Bears game, I thought the 49ers were going to win. I thought that the Bears were going to completely stink. And much like what happened to my Titans yesterday, the Bears showed up and played, and the 49ers did not. The 49ers losing 19-10. And Justin Fields actually took a very nice step forward in this game. Even though he did, went 8 of 17, 121 yards. He threw 2 nice touchdowns in the game. I thought he did some good. He got, I believe, a touchdown pass to Equinemius St. Brown, which I thought was a nice one. And then the long touchdown pass to Dante Pettis, I thought was pretty cool. I mean, I just thought it was an ugly game, nice defensive game, but the Bears definitely didn't make things easy for Trey Lance, who did struggle in this game mightily. 13 of 28, 164, had an interception. Debo, of course, Debo had 8 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. 8 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Of course, he just re-signed a new deal over the summer. So, you know, the Bears just played, they were the better team. I think they played better defensively and made some things difficult for Trey Lance. And that's why I have, I have the Bears at #5. #4, I have another NFC North team, the Minnesota Vikings. I just thought the Minnesota Vikings were extremely impressive in their performance. In their performance against against the Packers, because I honestly thought that Aaron Rodgers was gonna come through. And I thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna take care of business. And I really thought that even though they don't have Devontae Adams, I figured that they were going to figure things out and get it together. But the Packers just struggle. Aaron Rodgers seemed like he's starting to find himself with Romeo Dobbs. But other than that, I mean, he really didn't go to he really didn't go to he didn't go a lot to some of the other guys on the team, Christian Watson, Randall Cobb, or anything like that. I just thought it was just a subpar performance from the Green Bay Packers, and I thought they would do better. I honestly thought they would do better than they did. And so, shout out to the Vikings. Justin Jefferson had a great game. I'll talk about him in a little bit. Kirk Cousins looks like he might have it together in Minnesota. Zadarius Smith, Zadarius Smith definitely stepped up. And so I definitely liked what I saw out of the Minnesota Vikings. I thought it was very impressive. So, I mean, you know, I got some, the Vikings definitely look like they could be pretty good and could challenge for the North. I have them at 10-7, and they definitely showed it yesterday. My third game that I thought was really good, Chargers, Raiders. Even though the Raiders lost the game, and I'm kind of glad they did, I thought that the Raiders put on a pretty, I thought the Chargers were very impressive. One thing I can say about the Chargers, Justin Herbert is pretty good. Justin Herbert is pretty good. And there is no mistaking that. Now, also, I do have to admit, man, the Chargers got a defense. They have a defense with Khalil Mack on one side, who had 3 sacks, Joey Bosa on the other side, who had 1.5 sacks. I feel it for offensive lines. I really do. I don't know what offensive line is going to be able to block those 2 guys at the same time. I really don't know. And that is going to be a major problem that a lot of teams are going to have to deal with. A lot of teams just going to have to figure out how to stop those teams, but they're going to have some trouble. They're going to have some very serious trouble stopping those teams because those teams stepped up. And I mean, this Charger team, I like the AFC West. I think they're going to beat the holy crap out of each other. I really do. I think they're going to beat the crap out of each other. I think it's going to be so much fun to watch. And it's going to be really, something going forward this season. And I think 3 teams are coming out of the West. I really do. 3 teams are going to come out of the West. And I believe these are 2 teams that could definitely be there. So Chargers looked good. Now, Raiders did too. And I will say, I'm definitely going to give a shout out to Raiders tight end Darren Waller, who Saturday agreed to I believe it was a 3-year, $51 million contract extension with the Raiders. So he gets to stay around, and he is definitely one of the best tight ends in the league, without a doubt. So, the fact that he got paid, I yeah, he's definitely up there. He should definitely be up there with Kittle and Kelsey as one of the best tight ends in the league. So, definitely there on that. And before I get to my top two games, um, I gotta mention another extension because this is NFL stuff that we talk about. So, we're gonna talk about um all teams, and this includes my rival Indianapolis Colts, who have agreed to a 4-year, $80 million contract extension with all pro guard Quinn Nelson. So he's gonna stick around. He's gonna be sticking around in Indy for a while. And so that's bad news for a lot of defenses that are going to be going up against the Colts because he is a darn good offensive lineman. I definitely do agree on that. So Quinn Nelson, 4 years, $80 million contract extension. This happened on Saturday. Also, Darren Waller again got a 3-year extension with the Oakland Raiders. I mean, with the Vegas Raiders. And I did a little bit of a show real quick. The Tennessee Titans safety Amani Hooker, 3 years, $33 million. I believe that happened on Friday. That extension happened. So congratulations to those guys for getting their contracts extended. But now we go to the top two games over the weekend that I really enjoyed. The next one, Eagles, Lions. And I'm going to tell it to you like this. I thought this was a good game. Now, I am a little bit ticked off with the Detroit Lions from a betting standpoint because the Detroit Lions cost me a lot of money. I mean, not the Detroit Lions, the Eagles cost me a lot of money. And this is why. The Eagles cost me money simply because I bet on them. I bet on them to cover by 5.5. The line was 5.5. So I picked them to win by 6 or more. I had this bet and Baltimore. I had those two teams. And so I would have won almost $100. I would have won almost $100 if the Eagles had just held on and not gave up that touchdown late. But then they give up that touchdown late, and that basically cost me all my money. And the Lions, I should have known they were going to backdoor cover because they normally do. They tend to backdoor cover at the end. So even though their record is not great, they are very good in backdoor covering. And that is something I should have remembered, and I should have taken that into account, and I didn't, and I lost. I absolutely lost. So that's my fault. But Jalen Hurts running for almost 100 yards. AJ had a big day as well. And so, the Eagles look good with AJ. And I hate for my Titans that they did not keep AJ Brown like they should have. But it is what it is. It happens. And as a Titan fan, I'm just going to have to deal with it. But that game was great, back and forth. Jared Goff, DeAndre Swift led them back, but they just fell short by 3. But the number one game I had, Steelers, Bengals. That game was crazy all the way around. It was crazy how this game went. And I'm like, you know, I mean, it was going back and forth. Early on, it looked like the Steelers were going to run away with this game. And then, Joe Burrow coming back, Joe Burrow throwing 4 interceptions in this game. I believe they turned the ball over 5 times in this game. And I mean, it was just crazy everywhere. A lot of crazy things happened, but in the end of the day, you had at the end, McPherson. McPherson. No, I think what happened. No, Boswell had a chance to kick a field goal and win it at the end of the day, before overtime. Boswell had a chance to win it at the end. He missed the kick, and they go to overtime. Okay, you know what? Wait a minute. I got it incorrect. I'm sorry. McPherson makes the kick to take it to overtime. So McPherson makes the kick. They go to overtime. Boswell has a chance to win it early, and it was a 55-yarder. The ball did not look good at all, leaving his foot, and it was no good. So then, Evan McPherson has a chance to win the game, has a chance to end it. He gets shanked. And actually, I remember now. I made a mistake, and I apologize, y'all. I'm still trying to learn about all the teams and get it together. The Bengals scored a touchdown. McPherson's extra point was blocked. That's what happened. McPherson's block kick was blocked. That sent it to overtime instead of the Bengals coming back winning. Then Boswell, 55-yard kick, just looked all kinds of messed up, shanked it, and the game continued. Then McPherson has a chance to win the game for the Bengals, and his kick goes wide left. So then the Steelers have one more chance to win it again. And Boswell put it through. And that's the crazy game that was the Bengals-Steelers game. And it was, it was exciting. You had, the defense for the you had the defense for the Steelers causing 5 turnovers. Burrow throws for 338. Jamar Chase 129 yards receiving. Dag. I'm like, could this get any crazier? And I was listening, and Jim Nance was like, what? And when Boswell missed his kick, Jim Nance goes, what the heck is going on here? Like, what the heck is going on here? This is crazy. And it was crazy indeed. So that game, I didn't know what to think of that game. I didn't know what to think. It was back and forth, going crazy, and it ended up with a Steeler victory at the end of the day. So that one was nuts, without a doubt. So that was number one. An honorable mention definitely would have been Saints and Falcons. Falcons coming back late, but then the Saints take care of business, winning 27-26. A game that had me scratching my head was the Colts and the Texans tying at 20. Cannot make this up. Tie at the end. Both teams lost. So both teams are 0-0 and 1. 0-0 and 1. Cannot make this up. That is exactly what happened. And then, I did get to catch a little bit of the I did catch a little bit of the Cowboys Tampa Bay game. Some major injuries did happen. TJ Watt, torn pectoral muscle. Looks like he's going to be out for the season. For the Titans, AJ Moore, a backup safety, had an injury. Looks like he's going to be out for the season as well. And also, Dak Prescott, I think, broke a bone in his throwing hand, and it looks like he's going to be out, at least ankle injury. So it looks like AJ Moore is going to be out, and it also looks like Dak Prescott is going to be out, at least for the foreseeable future, for the next 6 to 8 weeks, I believe is what it is. So, dag. It's, I mean, yeah, you hate it for Dak. You hate it that he's hurt, but I mean, that will hurt the Cowboys big time. That will definitely hurt the Cowboys big time, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't know how they're going to go forward. I don't know how they're going to go forward with Dak Prescott being out, but that's going to be something to monitor. And some other injuries. Eli Mitchell could miss some weeks in San Francisco after he got injured against the Bears. Keenan Allen suffered a hamstring strain for the Chargers. He could be out multiple weeks. Mac Jones looks like he might be able to go, even though he had an injury on his back. But the big injury definitely is could definitely be TJ Watt. That's probably the bigger injury than all of this is TJ Watt's injury. So that could be pretty big and pretty significant indeed for this Pittsburgh Steelers team going forward. But now I'm gonna, and as I said, there are some other scores. The Bills just completely annihilating the Rams. And I'm like floored by that. And so I thought the Rams would play a lot better than they did. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sharing this show out to people on Instagram. So again, make sure y'all share this show out. Definitely let everybody know what's happening. And then share it out and let everybody know where they can find me. And then they too could come on in and join and enjoy the show as well. So definitely share the show out and everything. And then we are going to talk about my top 5 ballers from this week. Guys that I just thought balled out of their minds in week 1. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. My top ballers. Guys that were ballin'. And let's get to number 5. Jamar Chase, 10 catches, 129 yards. He got the game-tying touchdown from Joe Burrow. Now, even though the Bengals lost, Jamar Chase is a special player. And he obviously has great rapport with Joe Burrow. Of course, they they go back a long ways. So, Jamar Chase is damn good. Damn good. I definitely agree. Number 4, the Steelers defense, causing 5 turnovers in their victory. You had TJ Watt was a menace before he went out. I know he had a big sack. He stuffed the play and then got an interception. And then in the fourth quarter, with like 10 seconds to go, hurts his pectoral muscle and could be out for the season. So unfortunate there, but I mean, at 5 turnovers, had a pick 6 to begin the game with Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he then blocks the potentially game-winning extra point in the game, and so they caused Burrow to throw 4 interceptions in the first half. So shout out to the Steelers defense. That steel curtain might be coming back. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes, the State Farm guy. 30 of 39, 360 yards, 5 touchdowns in a shellacking that they put on the Arizona Cardinals, 44-21. I guess in Mahomes' mind, no Tyreek Hill, no problem. And he just cooked it the way that he normally does. And, Patrick Mahomes is basically saying, don't down us yet. We can still bring it. And they did. Of course, Travis Kelce did his usual. 8 catches, 121 and a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 2 touchdown catches. And then Juju, 6 for 79. So Travis Kelce, his usual thing. Number 2, Arthur Juan A.J. Brown. 10 catches, 155 yards in his debut with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I said this on my show on Titans and Truth on TNT tonight. What a dumb mistake my general manager, John Robinson, made in trading A.J. Brown. That would probably be the dumbest trade we have ever made. And we didn't get a whole bunch back for him. So, bad move on J-Rob's part. Congrats to the Eagles. They got themselves a good one to go along with Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. So, I definitely like them. And then number 1 has to be Double J, Justin Jefferson. 9 catches, 184 yards, 2 TDs in a very impressive victory by the Minnesota Vikings. I was extremely impressed with how the Vikings beat down on the Green Bay Packers. Very impressive win for them. Now, I know a couple of my friends are listening. I am very happy that the Patriots lost to the Miami Dolphins 20-7. I know my guy, Zach Hale, is not going to like me saying that. But, hey, Titans are in the same boat as them. Losers. And, shout out to the Steeler fans. Y'all got to win. To my little brother Christian, hey, Bengals lost. Tough loss. And then the Commanders getting a win. That was probably a very uninteresting game, honestly, in my opinion. That's why I didn't really talk much about it. So, But hey, Commanders get a win despite Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is bad. He's bad, y'all. Really bad. Not very good at all. So, bad experience for them. But those are my top 5 ballers right there for you. And in what was a very weird week 1 for a lot of people, myself included, since my Titans completely crapped themselves. So, you know, it was embarrassing for me, and I'm sure it was embarrassing for a lot of teams out there. So, week 1 is about to be in the books. Broncos, Seahawks are playing right now. Trying to see what the score is right now with the Broncos, Seahawks. I know I heard Russell Wilson didn't get a nice welcome back in his return. So to Lumen Field, looks like he was not welcomed very well. So right now it is all tied up at 10 between the Seahawks and the Broncos right now. So we're definitely going to see how that game ends up turning out. But we do this each and every Monday. I'm going to give you my top 5 games that I enjoyed over the weekend and maybe some other stats as well. Baker Mayfield and the Panthers, they had a shot, but they couldn't get the job done against the Browns, losing 26-24. I thought with no quarterback on the Browns side, I thought, it was going to go the Panther way. But week 1 proved to be a weird one. So congratulations to all the teams that won. Sad for all the teams that lost. And we'll continue doing this every week. On every Monday, we will recap the games from the previous week and then get you set up for Monday night. And any breaking news that happens, I'll come on, do a quick video about that as well as I find out information. So definitely stay tuned for that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Let me know if you like the show or if you don't. Let me know what you think. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Truth League Report as we recap some of the best games from over the weekend. And y'all have a very good rest of the night. And make sure y'all share this show. And y'all have a great night.